Hey, so going to be playing Bus Flipper Simulator. This is made by the same people that made House Flipper. I think I did some videos on that. So anyway, I've been playing this game for a little while, so I've got a lot of the special things you can get. So the collectibles that are in the game. So you can see a bunch of stuff on this shelf and a few things on this shelf. So the first few missions that I didn't realize that you had to look for these sometimes. They're not just plain and obvious in front of you. So I missed a few of them, but hopefully I think they will recycle around. But they're all basically just pop culture stuff. So they'll have names that don't have anything to do with, like Yellow Man and whatever, right? So, because they can't say Homer Simpson because trademarks. But anyway, this game you basically either take jobs. So right now I don't have any jobs, which I think may mean that there aren't any. Or you buy. So like this bus here I bought. This is actually my house. I did a couple upgrades, but I haven't gone too nuts with it. So it's got a full kitchen now, and then here's the computer. The tablet I was using is the same as this. And then I added a couple of things over here. So when you go into the computer, you can do things like you can go, this is where I bought the bus. You can do this clean bus challenge. I haven't actually done one because honestly, cleaning is my least favorite part of the whole thing. So I really don't want to go try to do a speed run of that. And then this is what you have right now. So here's my motorhome, right? And then here's the one I'm going to go work on. So I just bought this. I haven't done anything, I haven't touched it yet. So I'm just going to kind of go through the process so you can see it. And then I kind of suspect that over time I'll do ASMR style videos like I have with other games like this, and just do each of the different kinds of bus and do this sort of upgrade on it. So here's, as you make levels, you upgrade your perks. I've only got one left for me to upgrade. I'm pretty close to the end of the game here in terms of your development. So I'm just going to run out and we'll get started. Normally when I'm looking at these things, I usually start at the outside, and so I'll just go and do the cleaning and just walk along the side of all the way around the thing and clean it all up. I try to get everything I can. I didn't pay attention to that wheel down there. Sometimes when I've been doing these as a customer request, I'll forget about the wheels, and then I'll be like, why is there still something left to clean? It still makes no sense. Anyway, yeah. So this is basically the process. I've sped it up because of the, I guess, feats is what you would call them. Whatever, the perks. There you go. Those things. And then inside the bus, there's going to be a lot of trash and stuff to get rid of. So I may or may not be able to sell some of this. Nice. Selling stuff is way better than just busting it up and trashing it. I'll bust one of these just to show you. But so the other option is to do this, which, it's not even letting me do it. That's interesting. Anyway, and then you collect the trash. And there's usually a bunch of it. There's nothing up there. In a garbage bag. So we'll open this up and I'm not going to break any records doing it from a short distance. But alright, so now we need to clean the interior. So we grab the cleaning tool, scrub it. Like I said, for me, this is my least favorite part of the whole thing, because it's just kind of holding down the mouse button and walking around. It's not really interesting. You just have to make sure you get all the stuff. the cleaner the vehicle, the higher its resale. So that's important. And then when you're doing customer jobs, you 100% want to make sure you get it completely clean. So you sometimes get bonuses for cleaning stuff like this that may or may not count. So I usually try to do it. It won't affect the resale on this too much, but I do it anyway. Just good to have those kind of habits, I guess. Alright, so we've cleaned out the full interior here, so all the stuff is gone. It is an empty shell. At this point, I could sell it and probably make, I don't know, $2,000 or $3,000 in profit, maybe, give or take on this. The game doesn't show a breakdown of profit and loss, so it's kind of a guess. I just go off what I paid for it. But I'm going to go ahead and build the generic interior for this. So, and then we'll do this. And, outfit it. Boom. So there's the interior. Then let's do some flooring. So in particular, I want to make sure that this has tile. So I'm going to go down and find some tile that I think would look good in this. I kind of like this stuff. I like this if I'm going for a certain color scheme. Like this, same reason. This is okay. The subway tile look is fine. I think that for this, we'll go with this generic white. And it's not letting me put anything down. Why not? So this annoys me. There's a bunch of stuff in the game that you may or may not be able to do based on just what feels like arbitrary nothing. So in this case, it's not letting me do anything to the floor. And that's super annoying. So that kind of stuff, it just annoys the hell out of me. So I'm going to just skip that part then, and I guess we'll just place some furniture. So let's see. Actually, it may be because I haven't bought any. Let me make sure that's not the problem here. Normally I thought it just let you do it. Maybe I have to actually buy some and then try it. Nope, that's not it either. So going to go down and buy some bathroom stuff, because that's what this is going to be. We'll put a door on it when we're done. So we'll start with, I'm going to go with relatively higher end stuff, but I'm not going to spend too much time scrolling through. As you go and do things, you unlock things that allow you to do, basically you unlock more and more good stuff. So I'm going to put a shower kind of like this, I think. Yeah. And then cabinets. I might have to go over the cabinets for that. So let's do that. And we'll just go with, because it's going to default here, I'm just going to use these. So, for some reason my phone's going nuts. Anyway, let's see, kitchen. There's a real kitchen. Here's the bathroom stuff. That's weird. Anyway, maybe we'll do the next set. Bathroom sink. Gina. There we go. And I don't think it's going to fit, it'll fit right here. But it won't fit that way, right? Yeah. Alright, so we'll do it sideways. I want it to be as close to the wall as possible. So I think right there. And then we'll assemble it, because I'm only going to do this once. After this, I'm going to fast forward through the assembly process, because Even though you make money, it's hardly anything, and it's kind of tedious. But if you remember House Flipper, this is almost exactly the same in terms of the process. So you install the parts like so. Boom, boom. And it's just a whole lot of this over and over. These are my least favorite for drawers. But yeah, you just... And keep in mind that I have the fastest version of this, thanks to all the perk upgrades I've done. So this is even slower in the beginning. But in the beginning, doing it is worth it because that extra couple hundred gold you can get out of a build is super important. So that's going to be our setup here. And I need to just put in some lighting and details, so like racks. So go back to the bathroom. Let's put up a toilet paper holder. It's kind of important. Put it right there. And on these vehicles that I'm just flipping, I don't tend to buy a lot of accessories, like just random food items and other things to put around, because I just don't need it. I do need one of these probably, and that should probably be next to the sink. And then we need some sort of towel rack. I think we'll maybe one of these. These kind of games in a lot of ways crack me up because they're very clearly made by Europeans. Yeah. So, do we go with the simple or with? I think I'll go with this. We can put it on this wall, and then whoops, and then I think there's a towel we can hang on to that somewhere. I think that's it for the bathroom. So, cool. Now we just need some lighting and something covering these windows. So we'll throw some lighting up. I'm gonna do ceiling lamps. So we'll go with these are nice. Oh, there's already lights in here. Maybe I'll just do another one of those. I forgot to take them out earlier. No, I'm going to put this in. It won't let me. It should let me. There we go. And then I'm going to remove that because we don't need it. And then we'll need a switch. These are my favorites because they're little and simple. So we'll put a switch on the wall. And I think that covers our bathroom needs. So we'll just cover these windows and we are finished. So let's see, what do we got? I might be in the wrong section for this. A lot of stuff I haven't unlocked. Oh, we might need a rug. That's a good idea. This one's too big. The red one's kind of a clash, but not bad. So we'll just put that in there. Like this. And then window coverings, which I'm not entirely sure on this menu. Yeah, this is not it. So, furniture maybe? Yeah, there we go. So we need the bigger, the wider one. What do we got for, I like these. That's not going to cover the whole window. So let's try a different one. These won't cover it either. Maybe a large one. Maybe we can get a couple of those. Nope. It's a little too big. So we'll try. These might work. There we go. So just put these up like that. I think the skylights, I don't think there's a way to cover those anyway. So alright, here's our bathroom. Pretty cool. Then I feel like right here is kitchen and living room, and over here will be some sort of, actually, yeah, I'll have to put a smaller mattress in right here. Let's see what there is. I think there may be a bed that would fit there, but I'm not holding my breath on that. I don't think, yeah, that's too big. I think it's going to end up being a mattress, so we'll have to put, could be this if we want to go real simple. Fashion bed, and the other option is couches. This I think will fit. Oops. Yeah. So we can put this here. I wish it was on a platform. Let's see if there's a way to put this one on a raised platform. So we got a small mattress. There we go. So, in order for the drawers to function, yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about the drawers. If I need to, I can actually use this to hide the water tanks and stuff if I need to add some to this. I don't think I will. I think the ones that come with it will be fine. So it is not putting it on top of that. I think I have to use the extra small. So where are we at? Mattress, extra small. There we go. I think, oops, yeah, I can try to put the whole thing like that, and then I can add some decor really quick, just to kind of do that, and then I think there's a little bed stand we can put over here, which I don't think is in the decor. Stuff. No, it's going to be under it's just like so. I think I have bed sheets for this size of bed. Figure out how to unlock this other stuff. Bed sheets. Most of it I think just comes by level, but I don't know. Some of it I got because I did certain things like a certain build or something like that. So, wow. A lot of just random foodstuffs. Oh, a mirror. We should put that in the bathroom. not seeing. There it is. Sweet. And let's install a bathroom mirror. It's down here somewhere. There it is. Click. Nice. Alright. So there's our bedroom portion. Now over here we will do a kitchen and lounge area. I'm thinking kitchen over here. So we'll do that. Let's go to kitchen. Oh, cabinets. And I want to use this stuff just because it's right here and I don't have to fight for it. I get tired of scrolling. So there's our sink. Then we need a frame so we can put maybe like a fridge or something, but keep counter space. And then we got for, let's try one of these. I think I can mount these up here. No. Well, that's limiting. I can put them over here though. Right there, and one right below it. Yeah. Overhead cabinets. And then we need some sort of cooktop, so I think we use this big one. No, we need some wood drawers. I mean, all of this is arbitrary, like, you don't have to, like, nobody cares what you put in here, except you, but I do like to make sure I have. So I think we'll do a very large kitchen in here, and, yeah, so I think I'll get another cabinet over here. And then let's assemble these, but I'm going to do the fast version, so just assemble and then hit F. That's what I'm doing. Oops. Alright, so that's all set up. Now I need a fridge for here. So we go to appliances, and I think this one is too tall. So we need the shorter one, like so. There we go. And we need a cooktop. So, and of course, cannot have a kitchen without a coffee maker. There's rules and regulations for that sort of thing. Alright, a microwave would be nice. We got tons of counter space, so I'm going to put a microwave, and then we'll put a cooktop somewhere in the middle. I think a 2-burner is fine. We don't need a giant one in here. So we'll go with, I like the gas one. So we'll put a gas cooktop right there. And then I think we're done. We just need to add some lighting. A TV, which I think will let us mount up here somewhere. Yeah, so, alright, if we put a couch right here, we're going to want a TV right here. So boom, TV. Alright, and then that's probably going to interfere with curtains, but whatever. I think that's it for appliances. I think we're good to go for the rest of this. Yeah, I'm going to call it good. So we need lighting and furniture. So let's do the furniture first. I really like these kind of couches, and I think we can get both sides right here. So that is that long, so pretty close to that window split. So we put the other half right there. Nice. So we get the Olivia one. There we go. So we have space for the second half right here. Boom. Nice. And then, I didn't think about over here. Well, that'll be storage or something. I'll figure something out. Let's finish this part first so I don't get sidetracked. I need a kitchen table. This will work. And just put it in front of the couch. So like that. And throw a chair or two under that. There's these modern ones will work. So we can throw a chair. Oops. Throw a chair right. So we have a place to sit besides the couch to use the table. That's kind of the idea I have here. And then we need to cover these windows. I think these are the right size. I like these a lot. It's just they don't always fit what you're looking for. So I almost never use them. Here we go. So we slap some louvers over some of these. That one's a curves. I don't think I can do any of these windows. Maybe this one. These curved windows not going to happen. Upper windows won't happen either. Don't think I can get anything over these, so I might have to leave them. Yeah, the appliances are in the way a little bit, so we can get one on that. But not there, so we'll just have to leave it. I'm not going to move things around just for that. Alright, so we got this space here, which I'm just going to put cabinets. So we're going to call it, what kind of cabinets should I put there? I want the room kind, so back up to where we were looking. So, like the drawers, like this. Why is no letting me do more than one? Whatever. So I want more of those. For whatever reason, it's not letting me. So I guess we just won't. And then maybe some decor. Let's grab some carpets. So here's an entrance carpet like that. And we'll do a second one over here for the kitchen. And one in the hall like this. That looks how I want it. And then, I don't bother with pictures and stuff, but some plants and things are good. So let's do a second one of these. These also boost the resale, I know. So it's a good idea to kind of have them. And stash a fire extinguisher back there. Alright. Lighting, and then we're done. So these bus lights are neat, but I don't know. Am I lazy and leaving them? Or do I think I need to replace them. So we have to go and get rid of these. Oops. Probably should have left those too, but that's okay. So, oops. And I think that's all my bigger ones in here. Okay, so for kitchen, I want to do something like this, maybe? If it'll let me mount it. It's going to be way too low. That's too bad. Alright, I have to go with a ceiling hanger. So, something... These are good. I like these. So we can put one, like, over the sink. Oh, I forgot to do those cabinets, didn't I? So, these... I don't like that placement either. That sucks. Alright. So, get rid of that. And let's assemble these. Bet you that means I didn't do the other ones over the other one on the other side either, did I? Cool. Alright, how am I going to do lighting in here? Oh, well, nice. So, we can put one there. Oops, I keep standing on top of this table. And I think we should put one here, like that. And then over here, we need one above the door. If it'll let me. Nice. And we should have one. I don't think we need it over there. We need it there. And then we can do one of those hanging lights over here. So like one over the table, kind of. Yeah. And one over this door. Like that. Yeah, I like those. Alright. And then we need a light switch or two. So we go to my favorite switch. Put one on this door. And this door. I think that was good. Let us mount it over here. Yeah, so we can hide it over the chair. I mean, that makes the driver's position suck, but whatever. And then I think we just need to actually make the connections. So let's do the electrical first. So we start with the panel. And basically you just power every switch. You can power things directly if you're using a generator. That's how you usually do it. And then after you've powered each light switch, you power each light that the given switch operates. So we're going to have it power all of these except this one. I didn't want it to do that one. And then this switch will power this one, so it changes over. You see that? And then the bathroom. So this switch runs this light. And that is electrical, all done. Then we need to do the plumbing. So there are tanks already in here. Most of the vehicles that you will work with will already have a tank installed. It's pretty rare they don't. When they don't, it's things like the little bitty Volkswagen bus. So you have to connect each one to gray and fresh water, like that. Everything that uses, that has plumbing. So everything that uses water. So most of your connections end up being in the bathroom. So that's everything. Toilet, sink, shower, and other sink, all connected to that. And that finishes. That's the entire thing. So once I'm done, you can look around, do a quick inspection, and then if you're at the buses, this one only has the one skin. Some of them have different skins, so you can change the way they look. It doesn't change it too much. And then this is where you just put it up for sale. And you wait. And somebody will show up right here and offer something. So for this, I don't remember what I spent, but I think I need to make at least 70 to really have any kind of profit out of this thing, and I think I will. All right. Let's see what he has to say. 75. I think I will take it. So we'll hit. Now, you do the bargain. So here's how I do it. Just watch. I'll count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you get the 20%. And now it's 90 grand. So I'm gonna make pretty decent on this. This is about $20,000 because I think I bought it for around 70. So I take his, he buys it, it's gone. So pretty cool. Like I said, I'll do some ASMR styles with each of the buses that are in this game. And I don't think I made a... And then to buy buses, now that I don't have one on the lot, I can go get one at the bus sale. I'll just show you what that looks like as I wrap up talking on this. So you can see there's one of these, which are really cool to do. There's the Volkswagen bus over here, which are fun. And then this is one of a couple of these. I like these because they're kind of neat. But both of these are really small. So when you look at them, there's very little inside. The nice thing is this already has some benches. So this is already started. Just slap a table in there and a couple of things. This would be all finished. That'd be pretty cool. The little bus, there's some specialty stuff for these. So you can put a bench right here. This one already has a mattress in it. And then you can add like a tiny little kitchen and a couple things if you want. So buses are kind of fun. And then these big real buses, like that's interesting. But anyway, these big real buses have tons of space in them and tons of windows, but you can build walls to cover some of those windows. So that's pretty neat. The double-deckers, so far I can't make a house out of one, or that's what I would have as my house right now. Can only make a restaurant, which is really, I think, not that great. I think it should be a little more versatile. But I haven't progressed all the way to the end of the game, so I don't know. Anyway, that's Bus Simulator. Yeah, pretty cool game. Like I said, I'll do some ASMR style with a few of these over time. So just watch for those. All right, cool. See you next time.